learn all about digital marketing, how it all works. No matter what your goals are, you need to know how to build a website. So whether you want to do freelance work for our agency, or you want to start a fishing channel and all of that, you still need to know how to build a website. Okay, so one of the cool things about this program is not only will we teach you how to use the tools and strategies to do that, but we'll also hire you so that you can earn income while you're learning and building your own business. Okay, but no matter what you do, you need to know how to build a website. You also need to understand email marketing. And then I'm also sharing some traffic tips for you. So one of the best ways is starting a web agency. I also talk about, how to start one, how to create a web agency website, and so on. Okay. So definitely check out all of that. We also have all of these courses. They are free if you are a member. If you need private coaching, you can schedule that here. You can also apply to be one of the freelancers if you're interested in providing your services to our clients. And you can also be an affiliate. So if you want to promote any of our templates or services or anything like that, you can earn commission. If you want to check out any of the funnels that we already have created, you can do that here. And we also have an events calendar so you can make sure to never miss a training. Because we use Builderall, I've also put together this Builderall resources for you. So if you are brand new to Builderall, you can click here to get started. There's also some affiliate resources, 200 things you can do with Builderall, the knowledge base for any tutorials you're looking for, a glossary, and you can also check out some of the Mag 5 training there as well. Okay, so let me go back to the live. And I'm going to enter my name again so that I can see who's here and monitor any questions. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to close this out. I'm going to move this to the side because we are actually going to configure our sales funnel to integrate with JVZoo. Okay, so this is something that we've been talking about all week. We're working on releasing these funnels every single week. So if you're a member, you actually get 50% off. And I am changing all of those things, not for the members, but the 50% off is ending for the funnel templates. So if you are not a member, you don't have plans on becoming a member, definitely make sure to purchase that sales funnel template right now while it's still half price. Okay, so when you have configured your products in your sales funnel and the template or the coupons, right? What we need to do is go to the seller's dashboard. When you go to the seller's dashboard, you'll see you have your products here. What we need to do is actually get the button for each product, but we don't want to get it here. If you click here, you'll see that you can access the buy buttons here, but we actually have an upsell and a downsell. So we need to go to the sales funnels, and then we need to choose the sales funnel that we built yesterday. And here is where we need to get the buy buttons. Okay, so we actually have 3 buttons here. We have the button to purchase the ebook. We have the button to purchase the video course, and then we also have a no thank you button. Okay, so what we need to do is actually integrate this into the sales funnel. So that's what we're going to do today. So we want to click here to get the buy button for the ebook. So you can see we have lots of choices here. Here is our no thank you button if they choose to not purchase the ebook, but we're not actually going to use that on the ebook because remember, either they purchase the ebook or they leave the funnel, right? Likely if they're not going to purchase the ebook, they're not going to purchase the video course. So we don't really need a no thank you button for that. We just need a checkout button. So we can choose any of the styles that we like. I kind of think this one looks pretty good. So let's just go ahead and use this one. All we need to do now is just copy this code. Okay. Now we need to take that code back to our builder. You can do this on any website builder that you have, but of course we use Builderall. So I'm going to go ahead and enter the Cheetah website builder. And I've actually duplicated our funnel, the solopreneur funnel that we're working on. And to duplicate the funnel, all you need to do is click here to duplicate, and then you want to, oops. Okay, so it automatically duplicated. So once you do that, I mean, that's how simple it is. But I actually want to delete this. I don't want to have that duplicated. So I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to go ahead and enter this funnel. So you see, I've actually called it JV Solopreneur. And remember, yesterday I told you that I had to create a separate one for JVZoo because it requires the buttons and because there's an issue. It's kind of complicated actually to release membership areas when you're using JVZoo. We do have an integration, but there is some coding involved in it. And so I don't want to stress you guys out thinking that you have to have that, because this is a very simple integration with JVZoo. So what we're going to do is simplify this. Okay. So we're actually going to bypass the membership areas. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and edit site. And since we are needing to add the buy button to the ebook sales page, we need to enter the ebook sales page. And what we want to do is scroll all the way down until we get to the panel here that has the button. Okay. So what I like to do while I'm editing and all that, especially if I have a template I've started with, I just like to duplicate that panel, because I don't really want to mess with this until I'm sure that I've tested everything and everything's working fine, because now I can do anything that I want to. I can change any of this text or anything and then not have to worry about, if I mess something up. So that's what I recommend you guys do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this here, because we're going to replace this with the iframe element, because that's what we need to add our code. Okay, so I'm going to go to iframe. I'm just going to drag the iframe element into our panel. And then I want to right click on the panel, go to general settings, and then now I'm going to embed that code. Okay, so I'm going to click apply. And we will go ahead and use this here. Okay. Now, if you did not like this button, let's try this, okay? Because, I love to learn in public with you guys. So let's try this. I actually want to just copy the actual link here. I want to see if we could put this on a button. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the link and see what it looks like. Okay, so I don't know if that would actually work or not, because I definitely prefer to not use the buttons that they give me, but I also am not sure how that messes with the integration. But again, part of learning in public is you guys get to see kind of what my logic is, what I'm thinking. Okay, so to make this simple, let's use the button. All right, so I'm just going to move this up here a little bit. If we need to adjust, we can do this here. We could also stretch this out some if we wanted to. One thing you always need to remember when you're working with iframes is that when you pull the element in, it always has this border around it. You definitely want to get rid of that, because see, it has like the black little dashed lines. You want to get rid of that. But it's important that it defaults to that, because you need to be able to see it. I mean, if it's just a clear box, you may lose it on your website, and then you go to mobile and you see this like space there, and it'll drive you insane because you don't know why that space is there. So if you right click here and you go to border, you can go to, there's several ways. You can move this down to 0. You could make this no border here. You could also make it transparent if you wanted to. So all those things we did, you'll guarantee to not have a border there. So you click out of there, and then now we have this button. Okay, let me stretch this out just a little bit. And through the testing phase, I'm literally just going to keep this like this, because there's no reason why I would need to delete this, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and save. You remember, this is not a live website, so no one's going to see it, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. So now let's go to the video sales page. So we'll save and exit. All right. So now we need the button for the video sales page. So I'm going to click here to buy button. And you'll see again, we have the selection of buttons. Definitely want to make sure we choose the same one. So let me, let's go back here. I'm going to open this up. Scroll all the way to the bottom. It looks like it hasn't updated yet, so we'll try again. Okay, so definitely want to make sure to choose the right one. So let's go to that one. I think it's that one. 100% satisfied. Okay, so it's this one. All right, so we're going to just copy that code there. And let's go back here to our sales page. And again, we can just duplicate this. Now we have a kind of like a playground here. So I'm just going to delete this. We're going to add an iframe element. So I'm going to go to the elements over here and choose iframe. And I'm just going to drag that in there. So you see, if it didn't have that border, you would not see that at all. So I'm going to right click here so we can edit. And then I'm going to go to general settings. And I'm just going to click Control V to paste that code in there and click apply. So I'm going to stretch this out a little bit and position it. You always want to make sure that you position it in a way to get rid of those gray scroll bars because that just looks terrible on a website. So it's kind of like one of my pet peeves. It just drives me nuts to see that. So I'm going to right click here and I'm going to scroll down. And again, we want to change the border. For that purpose, we'll just move it to 0. And let's stretch this panel out. Let's go ahead and right click on the panel. We can either drag it here with this little blue dot. You can drag that down, or you can go up here and just increase the height of the panel. So we'll just make that maybe 750 to give us plenty of space to work. And we'll move these things down here. And we'll move this, stretch this out a little bit. So hopefully if we move that button down, it will all be good. Okay, so we want to center these things. You know, technically you don't have to center until you've tested and all that stuff, but I'm just kind of OCD about it. So you see here that we have this, this no thank you button. Okay, so what I want to do is actually go up here to the no thank you, and we can actually, there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can copy this link, okay, and let me do this here. So just copy the link, which is everything in between the quotation marks. It looks like it won't let me just copy that. So we'll go back to the button and we'll click here. And let's reset the action. I just always do that. I don't really think it's you have to, but I just want to ensure there's no interference ever by having, you know, overriding an action. So I'm going to paste this link here in the web section. Oh, great. So it doesn't show that. So let's go here. I'm going to copy and paste, Control V to paste, and it's still being wonky. So I'm going to grab a notepad here and I'm going to paste the code. And then I'm just going to delete everything after the quotation, everything before the quotation. Hopefully, if I copy from here and paste in here, ta-da! Okay, so do we want it to open in the same tab or a new tab? We could say same tab and select. Okay, so now we have set our no thank you and our buy buttons, okay? But I wanted to show you another way that you could use that thank you if you wanted to use the code that they gave you. Okay, so what I want to do is go back to the iframe, which I was just on, and I want to drag it to my website. And I'm going to right click here and I'm going to go to general settings, and then I can actually just embed that complete code. So let's actually get the whole code here, copy, go back to our notepad here and we'll paste. Then let's copy the whole thing and then go back here and embed the code and apply. Okay, so you see that it says no thanks, but it's ugly. You can't really do a lot with it, and that's why I wanted to use the button. But if you did want to use this code, you could actually still edit it. Like if I didn't want that capital T there, I could just change this to a T, and then I could put here, no thanks. I will stick with the ebook. So I could still say exactly what I said here. I could even put maybe a little symbol here. And, you know, I could embed that down here. Like I could, you know, shrink this down and all that stuff. But I don't know. You look at it as a consumer. What looks more professional? This or this. So I think you can see why I chose to use the button. Okay, so let's click save. Kay says, very insightful, Bridget. Thanks. You are so, so welcome. Okay, so now we need to test this, okay? To test, what we need to do is first, before we even test, okay, we need to deal with these membership areas, okay? We need to figure out how can we change this funnel because, like I was saying, you can use the integration with JVZoo, and here's actually what it looks like, all right? So the reason that this integration exists is because some more advanced developers, it's not complicated for them. They can write the code, they can do those things, and they can figure this out. All right. But most of the people in this group are not advanced users. And so rather than teach you something that's going to completely overwhelm you and blow your mind, I would rather teach you a workaround so that you're not so intimidated and you don't have this huge learning curve. Okay. But I do want to show you the options in case some of you out there are like, I really would love to learn to do that. You can integrate JVZoo, ClickBank's Digistore or Digital Manager Guru, okay? And you can integrate that by clicking here and choosing the option. And there is a JVZ IPN, okay? So this is a token that you need to get from JVZoo, and then the product ID, okay? This is the challenge right here. This is what makes this complicated. It's the only thing that makes it complicated. If you want to, obviously you'll enter a name here. You can tell it what membership area you want it to restrict. You can enable a reoccurrence, like if it's a subscription product. You can restrict the area for a period of time. You can also choose a theme of emails, which you can create here. And then you do have the webhook. Okay, so one thing that I have not okay, I'm not going to overwhelm you telling you that. So you do have the webhook. So this is, if you can figure this out, okay, and just to show you the training, because a lot of us have different things. I mean, you may just be, this is your jam and you want to learn it. What you can do is actually go to, let me see here. I think it was, there is a place in here. Let's just do this. Okay, here we go. So we're going to copy this and let's go back here and just type this in. And of course you can't find it. So we'll type it in here and we'll say JVZoo. All right, so then it goes to the JVZoo help desk, and then you see this article here. Okay, so this is why I didn't want to overwhelm you. I just want to explain to you why. This even says this is an advanced topic. It's only recommended by vendors with advanced programming knowledge or those who have assistance with a programmer. Okay, so it talks about sending data via HTML form, post, and all of these things. Okay, now one thing that I don't know, Zapier is a great tool, and we'll talk about Zapier another day, but Zapier is a great tool that kind of bypasses the developer aspect. So we may be able to get that same result with using Zapier instead of all this coding stuff. Okay, so like I said, that'll be a training for another day, but you basically need to use these codes here to manipulate this code here. Okay, so like I was saying, it's kind of not as straightforward as you may think. So we want to change this. We want to make it straightforward, okay? So we're going to bypass this option. If we bypass this option, though, that means that we need to bypass the membership areas. So rather than confuse ourselves, let's just delete. So we're going to delete. All right. So now we have nothing being locked. Okay, so that means that we don't need to have this membership page because we have nothing being locked, right? We still need to have our legal pages, but we also don't need to have the opt-in page because with JVZoo, they only use the sales pages. Okay, so we actually need to make the ebook sales page our home page. So we're going to go to settings And let's just go ahead and change this to yes, which makes that the home page. Okay. So now that we have the home page, we're just going to delete this page and we're going to delete the free guide page. Okay. So delete. So now we have the ebook sales page. When they purchase the ebook, it's going to send them as the upsell to the video sales page, right? Then they have the choice to purchase the video sales page, which will send them here, or they can say no thank you, which will send them here. Okay. But remember, that would kind of complicate things because what if they purchase the ebook and then they don't purchase the video sales page, right? So that's something that now we need to kind of think about. So what we're going to do is republish this site. And again, the reason that I'm doing this live with you guys is because I want you to know, how do you fix these problems you run into? Okay. So I'm just telling you my thought process. So if they purchase the ebook and we still want to send them to the video sales page, we need to be able to link a no thank you button on the video sales page that leads them to the ebook page, right? So we have this page here where we deliver the ebook. Of course, it's not going to be locked. Now it's saying that. So let me go ahead and refresh because it's still picking up those membership sites, and we'll republish. So the video sales page, they go to the ebook. So now we need to go back to our sales funnel here, and we need to change this then, right? So the no thank you, if they decide to not purchase this, we need to send them to another page. So we will have to say receipt, because then in the receipt, we would have to give them access to that ebook. Okay, so let's block this out, or let's write this out, okay? So they go to the ebook page, ebook sales page. They can purchase it and they will go, actually, why do this? Let's go to our funnel builder, okay? So we go to the funnel builder and let's just add a funnel. So we're just going to say SS test, or we'll say SS JV, and let's choose a theme. We'll just say blank because we're just using the example. Okay, so let's add a page here. So it's going to be, where do we have a sales page? Sales process. So let's say one-time offer. So this is going to be the ebook. Oops. Ebook. And then we are going to link another sales page, which is going to be, I know we have an upsell here, which is going to be the video. So we're going to say video. And then we have another, we need to have a no thank you, okay, but we need to have another page here where we actually deliver the ebook. So we'll say ebook, thank you. And then we need to have another page where we say video, thank you page. Okay. So then on the video thank you page, it would also be ebook slash video thank you page, right? So if they're going to the sales page, because remember, products on JVZoo, they want to have their own opt-in because with affiliate marketing, you need to have an opt-in page, and that is where, as affiliates, we receive the leads, right? So we have an opt-in page, and it goes to the sales page of the ebook. Okay, so as the affiliate, we would be wanting to create an opt-in page, a email confirmation page, a bridge page, and then the ebook page, right? But as the seller, we just need to be concerned with the ebook sales page, and then if they decline the ebook sales page, we're not going to offer the video. But if they purchase it, we want to release the video sales page, and then we need to give them a no thank you option to go to just the ebook. Of course, we want to have an ad for the video sales page as well, and then if they purchase that, then we could send them here. Okay, so this is actually the whole sales funnel. All right. So if we look at now going back to our website, let me just get out of here. And let's go to our JVZoo funnel. Then we see the, let's see. Yeah, I think we need to revisit that. Let me think about this, you guys. I just want to make sure before we go any further, because this is the process. But I want to, because we are integrating JVZoo into this, I want to make sure that the receipt process where they receive this is correct. Okay, so that's one thing that I want to spend a little bit more time researching and all of that before we move to the next step. So it's important for you guys to know also that when you are doing this for yourself and you run into something like this where you don't know, what am I going to do as soon as this training's done? I'm going to start Googling things. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm going to see what I can find out. I want to go to JVZoo. I want to see, the process. What does the thank you look like? What does the receipt look like? Those are all the things that I need to figure out before I move on to the next step. Okay. So I'm not going to save this funnel. Actually, we could just save it just for future reference. And this is where we're going to stop today. Okay, so tomorrow is live Q&A day. So let me share this with you here. So make sure to, when you go to the live page, make sure to just click here and then you can join me in the Zoom. And until then, I go make your vision a reality. Bye.